Hello, welcome to AG's official video on how to demo and play Fantahzee Hordes and Heroes. Game designed by Ryan Miller, worked on by Mark Wooten. Here with me is Mark Harbison, our in-house creative writer, and behind the scenes on a lot of computer stuff I try not to fathom. My name is Taraj, I'm the AG Demo Program Director. So here today we're going to go over the story behind Fantahzee Hordes and Heroes. A long time ago, a foolish wizard claimed he had the power of the devils themselves, could rival them. His tower was struck down by one of the devils, became known as Devil's Burden. The town years later that rose upon this tower is now under assault by monsters. You are the commander, and it's your job to bring a party of heroes to defeat the monsters before they destroy the village. Okay, now we have our box open, and the contents are, we have the last player token, we have the Doom tokens, the village cards, the treasure cards, level 1 monsters, those are all the white borders. Level 2 monsters, they're gray bordered. Level 2 monsters, but they're the bosses, there's 5 of those, they're also gray bordered. And right next to that, the hero deck. And finally, the dice. Now it's time to set the game up. First, you're going to start with the boss monsters themselves. Mark here is going to go ahead and lay those out for y'all. Once you get them out, kind of get a look. If you notice, every single boss monster has both counterattack and ambush. Things we'll go over a little bit later. Okay, from there, you're then going to flip them over. There you go. You're going to take the level 2 monster deck and start putting them on top, spreading them out. Continue this cycle, obviously, until all the level 2s are spread out evenly. There you go. Now each one of those stacks will now get shuffled up a little bit. You're not sure when the boss monster is going to come up. Is it going to be the first level 2 you hit? It's going to be the last one, somewhere in the middle. It makes for a very exciting moment when the level 2s start to hit. And Mark is doing this quite quickly. I'm impressed. Over here, while he's doing that, I'm going to kind of push these forward. The Doom token counters represent 3 of the 5 monster bosses. Every time a monster boss is slain, this will flip over to show the little dragon looking symbol. When the third one's flipped over, it signifies the beginning of the end of the game. You play until the last player turn. Well, I'll pass that token right on over to Mark, because I want to take advantage and try to go first and get some points real early. There we go. Now Mark has the level 1 monsters, shuffling those up and doing the same thing, spreading them across. Now these don't even have to be reshuffled up because they're already been shuffled. And we don't want to confuse and accidentally mix up 1s and 2s by reshuffling the deck, which we did on the first shot of this. There we go. Alright.
Quick at shuffling, but I'm bad at dealing.
That's alright. As long as Vegas takes our money.
I don't have any more money, Taraj.
That's why we're here. Okay. So now, we're going to set up the village cards, and we're going to put them on either side. There we go, the village is what we're trying to protect. So all the references that refer to the front stack horde is right there. All right. Treasure cards will be set up next to the village, because there are a few of the monsters, if you kill them, will come with some treasure. There's level 1, level 2 treasures. Want to flip that over, Mark, so you can see. So you'll see a single treasure chest. Tells you what the card does, the description. You flip it around. That's if you kill a monster that has 2 treasure chests. Obviously a little bit more powerful, worth a little bit more. Those attached to your hero. Once the monster has been destroyed. And Mark's going to pull out a hero. There we go. But it has to be a hero that was active during the battle. We'll go ahead and let Mark shuffle out the heroes. So we start off with 5. Okay, now that we have our hands dealt to us, the top monsters have been revealed on each horde stack. Mark's go ahead and pick one up. We're going to go over everything. All right, top left-hand corner, that's the monster's power. The bottom right-hand corner is the monster's XP. And on this monster, on the bottom corner on the opposite side, is a little treasure chest. You're either going to see one or two occasionally on monsters. Killing this monster means you get the top card of the treasure deck, and whatever it's a 1 or 2 will attach to a hero that was activated during the battle. There's also a few other texts on the monsters, such as ambush and counterattack. We'll go over that later. Now we're going to go over the heroes that we drew. I'll start off with, I drew a few heroes, and I'll show you these warriors. This little sword symbol, they're warriors. Top corner over here, that's his power too. Not bad. And then down here is how you activate him. It has 2 X's. That means I need 2 of a kind to activate this hero so he can partake in the combat. So double 1s, double 2s, anything like that. He also has a special ability. We'll go over that later. I also drew a single mage. He's got the cool little swirly fireball there, but he has 0 power, so he's not going to kill a whole lot. He does only activate on a single dice with a 1 as a very cool ability. Again, we'll go over that later. I also drew a single action card, and they are with the little swirlies at the top here, and it gives you a description of what it does. This one gives all my guys +1 attack power if they're activated.
Alright, I also drew couple of mages here, a little bit harder to activate than Tirage's, but still not bad. I drew 1 action card as well that gives me an extra die. And then I drew 2 Artificer cards, which have that little anvil up there. The notable thing about the Artificers is Steam. You can see on this fellow here when he activates, he gives you 3 Steam. What that means is there are certain cards like the Steam Brute that he can activate by rolling a 3 of a kind or by having 2 Steam. So it's just an alternate way to activate some of the more powerful Steam bots.
Alright, so during my beginning of the turn, you have the action phase. Action phase. I can play up to 2 actions. I don't have a single action to play, but I will definitely play it. Charge! All my heroes that are activated this turn will get +1 strength. I can also play up to 2 heroes, and I'll play right now a sergeant and a scout. Can have up to 5 heroes in play at a time. So right now I got these 2 little heroes ready to try to get activated and get some of those monsters over there, get me some VP and jump ahead of Mark. You start the game rolling 5 dice, and I have a total of 3 rolls. So as I roll dice, I could choose to use dice to activate heroes, or I could set them aside in hopes to try to activate a hero. Sergeant needs 2 of a kind, Scout is 1 of anything. So let's get that first roll going. Dice gods, all right.
Right off the bat,
Double.
every time.
Yes, the Sergeant is now activated. He's going to get a beer later. All right. Now his cool ability is that once he's activated, he makes another hero cost X less. So this will be activating my Scout for free without having to use my dice. Nothing else. Right now I don't have any extra heroes, so rolling dice doesn't matter. So this will activate. Important to note that the X means an actual X. You cannot use it for an actual number like a 1, a 5, or anything like that, okay? So now that my heroes are activated, it's 2, 4 power, +1 each, 5 and 6. Now it's time to start killing me some monsters. And I'm feeling a little lucky, and I don't think those villagers are paid their taxes to me lately, so I'm going to go ahead and let that first village card, I'm going to take it.
Wow.
Because I'm going to, only the tax man's going
What kind of jerk adventurers are you?
Chaotic evil, brother. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this first one right here. And he has counterattack 1. Ooh. And I have no shields. If you have shields, for every shield absorbs 1 point of counterattack and later on ambush. I have none. That 1 point is lethal. My heroes are 2 each. So whoever takes it's going to die. Scout's less useful to me. This is already resolved, so I'll go ahead and let the Scout die. And the extra power, I'll go ahead and kill the Orc Mage because I want that treasure card right there. Yeah. Take that top treasure card, jumping ahead of Mark here. And it has to attach your hero that was in play. So on the one side there, he's now activated. All right. Gonna take my little dead monsters and XP. You want to go ahead and pass me that village card?
I really do.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Mark. Are you kidding me? Discard a treasure card attached to one of your heroes. All right. He didn't get his beer after all. Awesome. So this goes away. Now I got to flip over the rest of the remaining Horde stack. And now the second part of attacks is ambush. The monster with a counterattack only affects you when you actually attack the monster. During this part of the phase, all I'm dealing with is ambush. Ambush 1, ambush 2. Sadly, again, I still have no shield, so the sergeant not only is not going to beer, he's not going home. He's dead. And I take this, and now I got a -2 for my total at the end of the game. Awesome. Your turn, Mark. I'm going to go ahead and draw my 4 cards while he's taking his turn, and I'm going to discard down to 5.
Alright, let's see. There's a lot of counterattack out there. So let's see. I will throw down, for my heroes, I will play a Steam Engineer and a Steam Brute. Again, these work together well because if I activate the Steam Engineer, he activates enough steam to activate the Brutes. All I need to do to activate both of them is roll 1 5. So hopefully the dice gods won't.
How many do you
hate me
want? 2 dice? 3 dice?
Give me 5 dice. Don't be that person.
Just trying to win, brother.
No 5.
Wah wah.
Alright, so now here I could keep rolling to try to get the 5. What I'm also going to do though is pull these 2 2s aside as a backup plan so that if I don't roll the 5, I might roll another 2 and still be able to get the Brute activated. So my second roll. Alright, well I got another 2, so I'll hold them off. I'll just go ahead and activate the Steam Brute actually. But I'd still like that extra 1 power there, and this guy also has a shield, which would be nice. So I'll take my third roll and see if I can get a 5. Nope. Alright, so Engineer does not activate, but I do get to activate the Brute. So he has a strength of 4, so unfortunately I have to be just as much of a jerk as Taraj was and let the village burn. But what I can do is get rid of one of those ambushes, so I'll take this ugly spider thingy here. I will kill that. That comes over to me, and then that's all the power that I have, so I'll take a town card because the Vampirist destroyed it. Move the Horde stack with the lowest strength monster to the front of the Horde line, and if there is a tie, I choose. So that would be the Toxic Slime here. So what that means is that that just comes out to the front. All of these slide over. Alright, and then this also gives me -1 victory point at the end of the game. So then we flip over this card here. Another disgusting Toxic Slime. And then I have Ambush 1 from the Zombie Knight, and as Taraj said, unfortunately all damage is lethal, so my mighty Steam Brute has fallen. But because the Steam Engineer didn't activate, he can't take the damage, but he also gets to live to fight another day. So then I draw 4 cards and discard down to 5, and it is Taraj's turn once again.
Okay, so after a long, grueling game of trying a lot of different smoke and mirror tactics to defeat Mark here, we'll see the outcome. I started with my negative points. I'm a -11 thanks to the town cards. The town burnt quite a bit. I was good at doing that. I only killed a single boss monster, but I killed a lot of monsters in general. Overall, I end up with 64 points. Mark?
I'm ending up with 66, but I let the village burn a few too many times, so I get -6, so I end up with 60, and Taraj wins again.
Great.
Every time.
Every time. Okay, couple quick notes, points here. Vanguards. You're out, demo the game, have fun with this game. It's a dice game. You put dice in front of the gamers at a table randomly, they're going to start rolling dice. Now
I'm fighting not to roll those right now.
Don't do it. So go ahead, and now they have a purpose to roll those dice. Make sure you understand how all the heroes work. There are certain heroes that are very, very hard to activate and get going. This can lead to frustration with people playing the game. Obviously, in the game when you're playing and you're having fun, a lot of people have fun winning and doing well in the game, especially against experienced gamers. Let them win, it's okay. They're going to have a higher tendency to want to purchase the game, play the game more. More purchases and more play of the game kind of allows us to do what we all do and have fun with what our work and job and volunteer work does for us. Again, appreciate you all. Thank you. The Halls of the Vanguards is just starting up. John Zinger, the Supreme Commander himself, has a lot of cool things in mind for y'all. Just keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. The Vanguard Honor Boxes are on the way. And Mark, pleasure again, brother.
Yep, good game,
I appreciate that. You too, man. Y'all enjoy.